Hey, it's a Scotch Test Dummies. We've got a brand new Dickel.
Woo!
It's bottled in bond. It's 13 years old.
Sorry, I'm still getting used to the new Dickel.
Let's test it.
Test it! Dickel style.
13-year bottled in bond style.
I had to go back to the Dickel.
All right, so brand new to market. Now this is, I had to go to the internet to get this because there's only a few states this is sold in, and Kansas ain't one of them.
It's the same bottle as the Joseph.
It's pretty close. It's not as fat.
Okay. All right.
But yeah, I noticed the top of it.
Yeah,
does
I was
look
sitting
like
here thinking,
the Magnus
is this
bottle.
the Magnus bottle?
So I went to online. I saw it in Tennessee, which is where it's available, where it's made.
Good.
Texas and California. Texas doesn't have any liquor sales. You can't ship any liquor to it. So Texas was out. California doesn't ship to Kansas, except I found one store that does, and it's called Bounty Hunter Wines. I've ordered a couple of bottles from them. They're real good. We'll get to the price and stuff on this later. So,
And am I being juvenile with the name? Yes.
absolutely not. It's not the mouth it comes out of, it's the mind it goes into, as Ned said.
I like Ned.
You don't give nose or anything on it?
Sorry,
Where
I
you
got
go in?
excited. You said mouth, and I went for it.
Charcoal,
Wood.
wood, cinnamon.
More wood. And I didn't mean it that way either.
Nice. We don't have any coins. Do we have old coins?
We do.
We are out of Cask 4 coins. Cask 5 coins have been ordered. They are not in yet. They should be soon.
Android 54.
And if you are watching this before July 6th, our 12 Hours of Boom will be happening on that Saturday.
Yeah. Hey, I get a little sweet
2019.
tart here. Dry sweet tart. You know when it gets all chalky? That's what I'm getting there. A little
What
touch of
flavor?
that.
What flavor of Pop-Tart?
No, not Pop-Tart. Sweet tart.
Oh, sweet
A
tart.
sweet tart, you know, the chalky
Yeah,
candy.
okay.
And I don't know if I could give maybe an
Cherries.
apple.
Cherries. I don't know if I've gotten that on a Dickel or a Tennessee whiskey. There's a lot of the charcoal
What's the
filter.
ABV? I just went a little deep.
Bottled in bond, 50%.
Oh, yeah, okay. I just went a little bit deep with the nose.
It's got a good full nose on it. 13 years old though, it's what I would hope for. Now I'll tell you, as soon as I got it, I cracked it. The neck pour was delicious.
Very woody. I'm getting a lot of wood tannins, touch of acetone, dry, astringent.
Rich cinnamons, caramels, maple charcoal,
Yeah, the maple charcoal, but it's dry.
cherry cough syrup. Cherry, was it Ludens? The hard, almost a hard candy. I don't know if they
Remember
did too much for
secrets?
cough.
There was cherry secrets too. I always thought it was secret.
That's really coating. Really nice. Velvety, smooth, viscous.
Did you ever have the Fediment gum when you were a kid?
Don't remember that.
It was to assist with the movement. But I think I was 10, and I found it in a cupboard right before we did a big trip. And I just thought it was gum, so I took 4 of them. Needless to say, the family was curious how long before I had to have a pit stop.
I really like this.
All right,
This was a good buy.
this is a little dry for me. The astringency sucks all the moisture out of my mouth.
There's a little bit of astringency. You want to drop?
Yeah, I put one in.
We've
but I need
had
more.
much
I need
worse.
a lot more.
We've had much worse astringency.
I'm
I
not
like
saying
it.
astringency's
Still?
bad. Yeah.
3 drops?
Yeah, you're going weak there. I did
Well,
some.
you didn't even have too much
I
in
know.
there.
I know. The longer I go with this whiskey drinking stuff, the more I don't dislike anything that's dry and astringent, but it's not in my wheelhouse of favorite. Just saying.
Very similar to Elijah Craig 18-year, probably, on the astringency.
No.
On the age.
Sorry. You have your palate. That's fine. That does not fit mine.
I love it. It's delicious. It's rich. Cinnamons. I'll have a hard time not drinking the whole bottle. I can tell you that much.
But it's meant to be done.
The Tennessee maple charcoal filtering is evident on the nose, on the palate. There's rich cherry lozenge, cinnamons, caramels, oak.
I feel I got some wood chips in my mouth.
The palate keeps on, it's a gift that keeps on giving, Clark.
So I would say you're right, though. It's very wood forward, oak forward. I'm not getting I get a touch of cinnamon, but not, are you getting a lot of cinnamon? Because the cinnamon's kind of way in the back for me.
Mid-level cinnamons. A drop of water makes that better. The age starts to show.
How old is this?
13 years. Yeah.
I don't have any of the Dickel bourbon. I think I just got the rye.
Dickel Tennessee whiskey.
Yeah, I know. Sorry, I just pissed 85
Yeah.
million
Oh,
people
my
off.
God.
He called it bourbon.
Well, and Dickel rye is also the one we made the mistake and assumed it had been made in Tennessee, and it isn't. It's
That's
sourced from MGP.
MGP. Right.
Because of Dickel being Tennessee whiskey and made in
Now,
Tennessee.
even though I pissed off 85 million people in Tennesseans, even the Lincoln County method still allows it to be called bourbon if they so chose. So.
Yeah, most I think want to call it. I mean, I don't know for sure on that.
Well, they
You're
have the
saying
legal
that.
definition. Yeah, they do. It could
Most of them, if it's
doesn't
made in
break it.
Tennessee and it's bottled
They
in
want to call it
Tennessee,
Tennessee
and
whiskey.
they want to, and they're going to charcoal filter it, they're going to call it Tennessee whiskey.
Sure. Lincoln County method.
I got to go with a 92 on the George Dickel 13-year
84.
bottled in bond. Dude, you are so crazy, man. Your palate is whacked.
No, I let you
84.
have your palate when you were describing. So I'm not judging my palate against yours. I'm telling you, it's an 84. And that's being generous.
I just ate, man. Yep.
I'm telling you. It's too astringent for me. Too oak forward. You know, and most of the fans know I'm not big on the oak being forward. It's dry, it's dusty, and I feel like I got wood chips in my mouth.
And charcoal.
I like the sweet charcoal finish. You know, I like old Jack Daniel's number 7. Their standard Tennessee I thought was good. 13 years for me is too long in this barrel.
84.
Saying, you want to give it a 107? How high do you want to go?
I said 90.
I know. I'm just saying. I'm not
say
judging
92?
your score. I think you said 93 with a kicker of an 8 or something.
Now here's the deal. When I
I'm
first
just saying
looked-
this is
it's too astringent.
and woody,
It's too old. Yeah, I get it.
right?
When I first looked this up online, Tennessee, Texas, there were several places that had this for $35.
Okay.
Since the only place I could order it from was Bounty Hunter in California, they had it for $49, which I didn't think was ridiculous.
No, it's not bad.
I ordered it $15 shipping, so made it $65. I still think it's worth that. Now, if you can find this for that $35 to $40 range, that's a great buy. Stock up on it. Buy as much as you can.
As you like astringent, oaky forward,
Yeah.
wood
Now, see,
forward.
I don't think this is over oaked or too old. I think this 13, that's probably why it's 13 years is an odd time. They probably went and sampled this and said we need to get that out because too much more time is going to kill it.
I think they almost pulled it at 12 and they thought maybe it'll get better, and then they yanked it at 13. That's what I think they did.
I think it's good. I think it's delicious. I like it. I'm glad I bought it. I'm glad you don't like it. And then we don't have to, well, I bought it anyway, so we can't fight it.
Yeah, there wouldn't be any fighting over this one at all. Again, though, I get it. Some people, if you like the oak forward stuff, this is probably right up your alley. I've said for years, I really don't like an oak forward, and I also said I'm kind of a cheap date, because if you're going to charge me based on the amount of years it was in the wood and it gets too oaked,
I was surprised
I'm
when
not
I
your
looked.
customer.
I was surprised when I looked up and found it was only 30. Majority of places had it $35 to $40
Doesn't that
range.
tell you something, though?
That means
If you're finding 13-year whiskey for $35,
no, you know
bottled
what it tells me. What's the other Dickels? Reasonably priced. All
Yeah,
Dickel is reasonably
but they're
priced.
not 13 years old.
Yeah,
You don't think that says something?
it says it's a damn good buy, is what it says.
Okay.
Traveling
We're at the
dummy.
Brandenburg Gate, baby.
We are.
Woo-hoo.
Warner Glass was there.
Love the Warner.
This might have been right after he came and saw us at the Bon Accord
Thinking that's the way it is.
in Glasgow.
I think I might have mentioned the Brandenburg Gate to him when we were hanging out. He and I hung out for quite some time at Bon Accord. He even witnessed 3 Glaswegian women walk by me when I was wearing a shirt similar to this with the cowboy hat. And one of the Glaswegian women literally pointed and touched her friend and said, "What the f-?" I could tell now. I couldn't hear it, but I could tell that's what she
the
said.
F?
You can beat that out. Maybe it means something different in the Glaswegian language. I don't know. But yeah, and she was like totally mocking this, and he witnessed that. So I was like, "Do you see that?" He's like, "Mm-hmm."
Well, and you were standing up. It was by the back door.
Yeah.
So
was
here's
hot.
6'6" Bart in the cowboy hat and the manga shirt, Glasgow, Scotland. Quite the sight.
It was. Yeah, I definitely wasn't trying to hide under a bushel.
So Warner Glass says, "Hi guys, cheers from the Brandenburg Gate in Berlin, Germany. I'm attaching a pic of this iconic landmark which marked the division between West and East Berlin during the Cold War. Featured is STD coin 258 from cask 4.
It's a good number. 258.
That's a good picture.
That's a great
Nice
picture.
blue
Looks like
skies.
it caught the sun coming down.
Yeah.
I like it.
A few tourists around.
I
Everybody
like it
looking.
a lot. It's famous.
You know what else we got to do? We got to do some Patreon shout-outs. We
We
got some
do.
Patreon people to thank. We fell behind due to our trip to Ireland and Scotland.
And a lot of people are jumping on board. If you haven't jumped on the Patreon bandwagon, come on in, because that's what helps us out. Do you have to? No, you do not. You can come in for as little as $1 a month.
Let's start with Brent here. He's a $3 supporter. So Brent, we're going to shout out your name, and if you want to, send us a picture.
That's right.
You have to just cover the pickle.
Got to cover the pickle.
Pickle's got to be covered. And we'll put that in a future video. So actually, you get 2 shout-outs. But ready?
Yes.
Brent Watkins!
Woo! $3 supporter. Thank you, brother. Thank you.
Thank you, Brent.
That's right.
How about Tony? $2
Yeah,
supporter.
Tony.
Now the
not
last
send
name
in a
though.
picture though, not at $2.
Tony Vertanen.
I love the way you
Vertanen.
said it. It almost sounds like a pair of
Veer-
jeans. Like
Virtanen?
a very expensive pair of article clothing.
Tony Vertanen.
And I want to buy some of that. I bet he's got his own glasses and stuff like eyewear.
And one more. Another $2 supporter
I
came
can
in.
say this name.
Graham
Oh,
Young.
hold on. I was on Michael. Sorry. I
Oh.
looked over. I saw Michael. And
Michael,
so I
not
blew it.
yet.
I said, "Oh, I can
Michael,
say
next
that
video.
name." Yeah, I can say that name. So once again, he's going to get it again.
Graham Young.
Woo! Sorry, Graham. I was looking at Michael.
Our trip. So we were invited to Ireland real quick,
Right.
just to touch on this
Right,
again.
Waterford.
We went up to Scotland on our own dime, and it was because of our Patreon support that we were
Yes.
able to do that
Solely.
for 7 days.
Yeah, 'cause it was a little expensive.
Yeah, we spent some money.
Worth it.
And that was because of our Patreon funds, though, that allowed us to do that. And thank you to everybody, all of our Patreon
And we still
supporters.
keep working on gear. Some of you may have noticed we're working on our lighting a little bit.
Yep.
So-
We did. We're trying to.
Trying different stuff to
Trying
make the
different
lighting
stuff.
a little better.
You betcha.
We'll see. Let us know if you like the lighting.
And George Dickel, 13-year, bottled in bond.
Woo!
Snatch it up if you can, says Scott.
Yeah. Well, if you want, snatch it up.
Bart says, snatch it up and give it away as a gift.
$35, 13 years. How much is that a year? You're getting a deal. Scotch It. You Scotch gods.
Cilantro. Dummies.